100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Go. 20.
Mike, 45.
I smell fear in that offense.
Check 26, sir.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Wentz now to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Delayed give to Sproles. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. 280.
Check.
Sunday.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Go.
Hey, team 6. Done.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's Sproles. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Check 59.
On third down, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
At the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
81, 81.
Mike's 59.
Hey, 2.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. 11 yards there, first down.
Darren Sproles.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That one goes for 24 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
5'9",
45. Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
You have to get tired of seeing me.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Right here, right here.
Now Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Hey, Delta.
45. Mike, 45.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch the run. They're running it. Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Let him go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, South!
Mike.
51!
Watch the pass. Mike, check. 59. You ain't got nothing.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan steps him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Sproles. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
All day, just like that.
Watch twist.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Zach Brown. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. 180!
It's just me and you.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Wentz to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
54, stop! Get up!
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over. Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. To throw is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz as the 1st half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Fielded about a yard deep. Dances by him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I got you, punk.
20. Get out.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the whip.
Watch out, gun.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So don't say nothing. 45.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 41 yards.
First down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
6 guys.
They go counter with Howard. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Wentz going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Wentz now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On the give, running right is Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Switch, switch, switch.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 43-yard line.
They go with Howard again. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 9 yards.
That'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Draw play. This is Sproles. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Empty. Slam.
Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, 4 down.
Now it's Sproles. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on third and short. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Check 24. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Wait.
Jim.
Check.
Mike, check.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. Chest. Base.
59's Mike.
Here's Ryan on the move to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check 99.
51, Tom! Smooth!
5'9".
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Sproles, the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, this is Howard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
7.
Freeman again. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Check 11. Gun.
Stay at home. Stay at home.
Hey, check.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, South. Watch twist. Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
39. Hey, South.
Check 24.
Let him go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check your hot read.
Now it's Ryan. Flushed out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Wait. I got him. 21. Gun.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Mike's 50.
Wait.
Mike's 59.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
39. Shift.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Bryant's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Go. 180.
Mike, 45. Here we go.
What's this on?
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways.